In this video, we're going to be checking out the Fuzzlord Effects FM-7 EQ pedal. We're going to hear some riffs, check out what it sounds like, and we're also going to put it on a spectrum analyzer so we can see what each of these controls does in real time. Before we get started though, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can keep up with all the weekly gear videos that we put out, and keep up with me on the Fuzzlord Effects Instagram page. The Fuzzlord FM-7 is a pedal version of a graphic EQ like you would use in the studio. It has 6 different bands that are all rotary controls, because I think a lot of us are more used to using rotary controls on pedals than sliders. 6 different EQ bands, and then the center control is a master volume that has quite a bit of boost available. This pedal is set up to work very well with down-tuned guitars, and that's something that I put a lot of effort into, was to tailor the frequency response to something that would be useful for doom metal music. Let's go ahead and check out the spectrum analysis so we can see exactly what frequencies this pedal helps you control. We've got a spectrum analyzer pulled up on the screen, and we're running a white noise test signal into the FM-7. So let's check out what each of the controls does. The center control is the main output control, an overall boost for all of the frequencies. Starting with the first control, it boosts or cuts frequencies centered at about 100 Hertz. It's got a pretty wide Q, and it goes down to about 60 and up to about 160 Hertz. Let's check it out, cutting the frequencies. Our second control centered at about 160 Hertz. Third control centered at 420 Hertz. Fourth control 780. Fifth control 1.5K. Sixth control 3.2K. This is a setting you can use to get a Boss HM2 style chainsaw distortion, mid-scoop hyperfuzz style sound, and that will get you pretty close to a rat style distortion. So now that we've seen what these knobs do on the screen, let's go ahead and get the set up with an amp and some other pedals, and check out what each of these controls does playing some acid bath riffs. And these next riffs, I'm going to be playing a Peavey T60 tuned to F standard. That is all the way almost an octave down. So just wanted to show you that you can play some bong ripper and stuff like that, or Conan, and that this pedal is set up to work very well for those tunings. what this pedal sounds like outside of this demo, be sure to check out the video. I'm going to leave a link to it below, where recently Mike Scheidt stopped by Fuzzlord Effects, and last I saw him play, he was using one of these on his board. So I'll leave a link in the description, and be sure you go and check out the full video. It was a lot of fun to make, and of course, really amazing to listen to Mike play guitar. I'm always curious to know what kind of videos you would like to see on the channel, so drop a comment below about a video you'd like to see in the future. I'm also curious to know where you're watching from, and how about one of your favorite riffs from one of the bands that I was playing in this video. I'll keep up with you in the comments. Again, I'm Jason from Fuzzlord Effects. I really appreciate you watching this video. Be sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the videos that I put out. Keep up with me on the daily on the Instagram page at Fuzzlord Effects or on TikTok. And of course, you can always come over and hang out on the Patreon page. Speaking of Patreon, I want to give a thank you to all of the folks' names that we're running on the screen right now. These are all the Patreon supporters that pitch in a few bucks a month to help support the cost of running this YouTube channel. I really appreciate all of you, and I also wanted to let you know that I'm doing a monthly Q&A on there now. So that's a place where you can ask me direct questions, and I'm making video responses once a month to answer this stuff. So we can talk about guitars, amps, music, gear, tattoos, whatever you want to talk about, really. And I'm thinking about doing a new thing where adding a new tier to the Patreon page to where we could schedule a once-a-month phone or video call, 30 minutes long, where in real time I can be your dude and answer your questions. So we can call it tone tutoring, if you want to think of it like that. I'm Jason from Fuzzlord. I appreciate you watching. I'll talk to you in the comments.